everyone, it's Sharana from Pay Your Weight, and today I'm going to be reviewing the documentary The Way I See It, which is directed by Dawn Porter. This film centers around former chief official White House photographer Pete Souza's journey as a person with top secret clearance and total access to the president. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like about the film, and is it worth your time watching or not? So going into what I enjoyed about The Way I See It, and really diving into this role as the photographer Pete Souza was the photographer for both the Reagan administration and also to the Obama administration, their presidencies. And so it's very interesting to learn about this person who is, like, if we don't know who Pete Souza is, to know that he had all of this access, but not just access to the most iconic times throughout their presidencies, but really the more intimate moments. And that's one of the things that I really enjoyed, is learning more about President Reagan and really his interaction with his wife, Nancy, as she's dealing with breast cancer, and also to just fun moments where you see them like in a stage photo, or, fun dad jokes that President Obama told as well, and his interaction with his daughters and his wife. Is really nice to see the more humanizing moments, to see them not just as the president of the United States, but to see them as a husband, to see them as a father. And I thought that it was a very important contrast because with him working with two totally different administrations in two different times, it was nice to really see just his outlook as a photographer versus when he worked with the Reagans, and also too when he worked with the Obamas. Now, this is a film this is the way that Pete Souza sees it. So I do want to set people up with the expectation that this documentary is a little bit more biased, really into the relationship that he had with President Obama, and really into those high moments throughout Obama's administration. I love him, going through these iconic moments, even through his early days as just a senator, and kind of those moments when he realized that President Obama, or that Senator Obama at the time, that he was destined for even bigger and greater things, becoming the president of the United States. I think that he does a really great job of just showing the pressures and really the the demanding time schedule that a photographer would have. Yes, you're taking pictures, but you have to be on call all 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year. And I like that they really go into the fatigue that someone could experience handling a job like that, such an important role, and being able to just come at a drop of a dime if something big is happening with the president during that point in time. I think also too, it's nice to watch the life of Pete Souza after being a photographer, really seeing how working for both of these administrations, how it really helped him want to speak out, especially in regards to the current administration for the U.S. I think that it is more so of a biased documentary because it really delves into the relationship between him and Obama, and really the things that to Pete that really made him feel as though Obama was such a great president in comparison to where we are now. So I do want to set people up with that expectation. But I think it's nice to hear, when we're dealing with the school shootings, or with the announcement of same-sex marriages, and even the things that were happening during the Reagan administration, to really get a deeper look into the emotional tolls that it took on the president, and Pete actually being there to witness these moments when they're talking to families who are impacted by the shootings, or seeing how this impacts his relationship with his daughters versus what is actually happening in the country in that point in time. I think that they have really great footage. Seeing the different photos throughout the years of both administrations, I thought it was really cool to see the photos that Pete was able to capture, really to hear those behind the scenes stories of where this shot came from, setting up the stage as to what was happening and why that shot was so important to Pete. I think that was something that was really fascinating to watch, and fascinating just to be in those important rooms in the Oval Office, and to really go into some of these iconic moments and seeing how everything played out, and really what Pete is thinking as he's trying to capture these moments. Now, even though there's a lot of things that I really do enjoy about the documentary, one of the things that I feel as though is it kind of gets lost on its messaging, right? there's different topics that Pete talks about, and where the documentary is at heart is really to show the stark contrast between where we were from the Obama administration, and really the inclusion of capturing these moments, the inclusion of the press, the inclusion of journalists, of photographers, versus where we are in the Trump presidency, where we see there's almost kind of been this this so-called attack on journalism. And I think for me, I really wish that throughout the course of the entire documentary that they were really focused on that point, to show in Pete's mind kind of this war on journalism, this war on free speech, and being able to truly capture the good and bad. I wish that they would have delved into that message throughout the course of the film. And really he starts out talking about that at the beginning of the documentary, and then towards the end he really runs the point home in the last 15 minutes as to why he feels that there kind of needs to be a change in how this presidency is being ran in 2020. I'm gonna really give a call to action for those to come out and actually vote. But even though I felt as though that they did a good job of the good and the bad with the Reagan administration, I think that is very one-sided when it comes to the Obama administration. Even though there were so many great things to come out of the Obama presidency, there were some low points. And I really wish that the documentary would have did a better job of really leveling out the good and the bad, or actually just showing some of the bad things that did happen, some of the criticisms that Obama faced throughout the course of his presidency. I wish they would have had a better balancing act to really help you to understand, like, there's good and bad with each presidency, but this is why, in Pete's mind, this is why this current administration's presidency is so bad. But overall for me, I think for those who were huge fans of President Obama, were even fans of Reagan, I think that it will be a lot of fun for you to really get these more intimate moments, to get these more intimate backstories and photos of both of their presidencies. But overall for me, I enjoyed it. I mean, I think it was really fun to watch the contrast of his lectures, how Pete is actually choosing to use his voice now, that he can actually do that, and how he feels as though with the 2020 election, how he has a responsibility to use this information that he has, to use the platform that he has, to really shed a light on why it's important that we vote, why it's important that we have journalists, why we have photographers in this industry. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on the way I see it. As always, my name is Sharonda from Pay Your Weight, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.